What's up, everybody? Welcome back to I just bit my tongue. Welcome back to the Umthar Gaming Channel. I'm AJ Gels. How's it going? We are back with the Council.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Let's see here. Last video was more of kind of a more of an instructional point, kind of introducing you guys to some of the systems and everything. Again, this is a really interesting game, how it fuses the sort of narrative adventure stuff with the RPG elements. And we're gonna get a few more new things, but for the most part, we're gonna this episode's gonna be a lot more narrative and a lot more stuff like that. So, or at least that's what I hope it's gonna be, not just me sitting here and doing obnoxious commentary.
Whoa. Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontations. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Each confrontation displays an interface showing how much the person you are talking to is convinced. I kind of compare this to the back talk in Life is Strange Before the Storm. You'll see why, except it's more skill-based and it's a little more complicated.
I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is valuable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily basis, it is surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Ooh.
Be it Mother or myself, our motto has always been discretion in all things, and to promise to never betray a word of honor. Was your secret safe with Mother? It will be even more so with me.
You have convinced me. The mystery with which your mother manages her business proves that she carries your motto close to her heart. Your words seem sincere, my son.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Alright, let's see here. Oh, jeez. I don't want to spend 3 points, though, and have to use another honey.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Riche's word with the same fervor.
I would expect nothing less.
Yes!
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
All right, confrontation, last step. For the last step of a confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. The last step of a confrontation will repeat itself if you fail. So this is where it kind of differentiates from the backtalk that I was talking about earlier. As you see, we have 3 blunders. So basically, as you make a mistake, instead of a check mark, I think it'd be like a red minus. So, and that'll cost you a blunder. So you want to try and get to this last step with as many blunders as possible, so you have more attempts on this last. Ooh.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good.
I was tempted to use the skill, but
I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Delice. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Alright, hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. Alright, so speaking of which, we're going to kind of walk around before we go meet that group. And we also had some pop-ups here. Talents, traits. Yeah, we picked up a new trait. We have reliable. Gain 1 skill point in manipulation. You obtain Piaget's letter. So, do we find anything out about Piaget? Nope. Alright, his character. That's what I wanted to look at. Manipulation. So, 2 more points and we can level up our manipulation skill. But alright, let's, over there, we'll go talk to the Duchess and, a really cool person over there.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
That means we can't go there. Yep, can't go up yet. Keep looking at the paintings.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms. Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny. Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Let's see what this is. Devil's Thorn. Devil's Thorn grants you the exalted state. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice in a conversation you cannot carry more than 5. Okay, so just,
I'll keep it.
just another item for us to hold on to.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Yeah, let's flip through it.
Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
All right, manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you can choose what to read and gain permanent skill points. Find your manuscripts by using the inventory tab. Press blah 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 blah. What it means by missions, this is kind of how it divides these episodes up into chapters. And see here, with this series of biographies, blah blah blah, you get plus 1 point in conviction. Basically, as one mission ends, you gain experience for all the acts you did in one mission, and then you can choose a book to equip. At the end of the next mission, that book basically has been read. The skill point is permanent, and then you can equip the next one at the start of the next mission. This, I hope that makes sense. I'll explain it, more when we get to the actual part. You know what I mean?
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
With all the high society. Ho 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 ho.
Any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to come as quickly as possible to find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah.
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord! Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit.
I'll be ready to look at this guy's face.
My vision.
An urgent
Ugh.
case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
His face creeps me out.
You must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this Holm. I saw him in my vision.
Geez. I do kind of want to go this way because I haven't seen this path, but I think this is really important to sit and talk with Washington. So we'll stay here.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia, 15 years ago. Sarah often went back and forth between France and the United States.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again. Or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be
Cute.
by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Ah, crap.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
You know, as you saw, we missed a couple opportunities because we didn't have certain skills, and we also missed that one. I picked the wrong option.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Alright, before that, we're going to explore some of this area. This game really does reward exploration with the fact that you get, you find those items that are really useful, you know, Carmelite water, golden elixir, honey, and devil's thorn. And we talked about the books, talked about that. We had a couple, it's the journal, that's what I'm looking for. Had a couple characters. Elizabeth Adams. Elizabeth Adams is the daughter of John Adams, Vice President of the United States. Elizabeth was rejected by her parents at birth and was declared stillborn. Brought up in isolation, she grew into a frail young woman with bipolar disorder, devoured by her terrible fits of anxiety. Her deepest secrets were slowly gnawing away at her from inside. Despite numerous treatments, nothing could cure the young woman. Nothing could cure her. The young woman continued to descend into folly. As a friend of Sir Gregory Holm and of Lord Mortimer, John Adams decided to send his daughter to Lord Mortimer. God damn, I can't read today. Mortimer's manor in the hope that he could help her. With little hope, Elizabeth has now been at the manor for a short while. Talked about that. Mortimer, Sarah, Gregory Holm. All right, Sir Gregory Holm, Baron of Northingham, is that how that's pronounced? Is a very influential British aristocrat. I cannot look at this guy's face. It scares the hell out of me. Confirmed royalists, Sir Gregory Holm spent his career extending the influence of the United Kingdom throughout the world, from the flourishing East India Company to the Spanish trading posts in America. He stamped his hallmark on key decisions made by the world's preeminent economic power in England. He contributed to the reduction of the national debt and being very attached to family values. He invested time in the working class, creating charity schools in order to offer a decent education to the, and I quote, future links in the next industrial revolution, end quote. A network builder, Holm always finds pleasure in attending the social gatherings of his old friend Lord Mortimer. God damn it. Words. And finally, I don't think this man needs much explanation, but George Washington, founding father and first president of the U.S., Washington shared his life between military and political success very early on. He was introduced by Sarah de Richet into the upper circles of an influential secret society from France, the Golden Order. He later took the helm of the American branch. Tired of politics, he wanted to retire to his property in Virginia, but that was without taking into account Lord Mortimer, who encouraged him to come out of retirement. On the advice of his friend, he ran for a second term and was successful. Invited by Mortimer to his island, Washington likes to attend such social gatherings incognito. All right, there's all the new characters. So, like I said, let's explore a little bit. Let's look around.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Also, we can take a look at the
Duke Manuel Godoy.
kind of look at some of the other guests who are here with us. Trying to walk around, make sure I'm not missing anything.
Huh, that's me. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Do 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 do. Haha. Seems like an empty room. There we go. It's like I was stuck or something.
President George Washington. An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Anything around? Doesn't look like it. Looks like another empty room. More paintings. Creepy paintings. And stairs. Anything back here? That's a negative. Beep, beep, beep. Anything over here? Anything over here?
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Looks like there's another floor, but we can't go up there yet. All right. Okay, well, I thought I could maybe pick up that book, but nope. More Devil's Thorn. Golden Elixir. Cures all negative alterations. You cannot carry more than 5.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
You'll see what negative alterations are when they pop up. I'm sure it'll pop up eventually.
Sir Jacques Peru. Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yep, that's right. We got good old Napoleon in this game as well. I love games that just find a way to integrate historical figures into them. And now we've come full circle. Alright. Well, I think we found everything to find. Manuel Godoy. Do. And I believe this... Yep.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
Well, we can unseal the letter, leave it closed, or...
So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Biaggi wasn't lying. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Alright, let's see here. Some stuff popped up. Biaggi's letter sealed. Journal. Because we had a talent pop up. It was out of breath, wasn't it? Yep, there it is. Gain 1 skill point in agility. Bam. Let's eat some honey and bring our skill points up. Carmelite water gives you the focus state. The next skill use will cost no effort. You cannot carry more than 5.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented himself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her. The conversion of St. Paul, by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. St. Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Thought I heard the little sound like there was an option that popped up.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope,
All you enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Alright, got this little walkway here. Anything out here to pick up? Haha, more jelly. Just keep finding collector coins. Alright. Alright, went up to the manor, found the clues, convinced Piaget. I didn't pick up the book on the quay. I don't know what the quay is. I did not find all the clues about my mother on the docks, right? Because we didn't have all the skills we needed. Could have made an unexpected encounter. Interesting. Alright, and as you see, again, we gain experience because this is the end of a mission or whatever you want to explain, whatever you want to call it. Now we have 4 points to put into whatever category we deem fit, or we see fit, words. I'm thinking, first I want to see what books we have. Okay, so we can equip manuscripts at this point, so 1 point in occultism, 1 point in conviction, or 1 point in etiquette. Alright, well, let's see here. I can put 1 point in conviction, and if we equip maybe I can't do that just yet. And we equip that book, that'll give us the full level in conviction. So now we have 3 points that we can spend, and I'm going to pick up a new skill. I think on this one I'm going to pick up questioning. Alright, equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. Alright, so we can have etiquette, or, like I said, we're going to equip that to get us that skill point and conviction.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
I'm coming.
All right. Obviously, let's see. Words. Napoleon Bonaparte is a young lieutenant in the French army. In his early years, Napoleon was uprooted from his native Corsica, and thus he bore a grudge against the aristocracy, the clergy, and the French people who failed to accept him. He joined the French army with the firm intention of making a name for himself and making history by proving his true worth. Searching for backing of any kind, he attracted the sympathy and support of Lord Mortimer. Invited to the latter's reception, Napoleon intends to prove his value to the world. I feel like there was something else to see. Can't remember.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind.
Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Yeah, I hear you knocking. Yeah, dude. I told you I heard you. I think I saw something. Yep. Thought I saw a thing of royal jelly there. We can leave it or... Well, let's unlock it. Here we go. I think, what were those, the key we picked up for her belongings? Alright, let's see what he wants.
Excuse me, am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
I'd like to investigate the mission, but I feel like we should try and keep Washington on our side.
Thank you, my friend.
You know, kind of keep people in our try and stay in people's good favor.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
If I remember correctly, sometimes items...
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Well, shit. Sometimes objectives, or, not objectives, items will appear between missions, so, it's kind of, it helps you to...
This is Cersei.
It's advantageous to you to try and, re-explore areas that you've already explored previously. There we go. Oh, those are the words. Let's see here. Can I go down this hallway? Yes. Okay.
Few leaves out of an old encyclopedia. Servants put clean laundry here.
Okay. Seemed kind of pointless, but whatever. Alright, we can go down there.
That's not the right way.
Alright, so I'm going to get sent back, so let's go downstairs.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary government. You should do something, my son.
Why should I be the one to go in?
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine.
Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Coward.
Who do you think you are?
Forgive.
Multiple paths or multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to.
We were in France. I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
Whoa.
Going on.
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Sounds like a Disturbed song.
If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Yeah, I'm gonna step in. I'm not one to let something like this happen.
Boy,
Shit.
what are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy. If you
Ooh, we only get 2 blunders.
and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Sir, you obviously do not know who I am, or you'd keep your distance.
Ooh, one more like that and I'm gonna get scared. Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
I believe in man. From speech comes dialogue. From dialogue, peace is born. And from peace, great destinies flourish.
What the fuck are you talking about? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move, we're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Whoa.
Think about it. You know your head will roll tomorrow if you shoot.
Wanna bet?
Sure do.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
I used the wrong item. I used the golden elixir to cure ourselves of that. I don't remember what it said. It was disconcerted, so something happened. It was kind of like a negative effect. Like if you use too many items in one mission, it'll cause a negative effect. Or there are just multiple things that will cause these negative effects that a golden elixir will take care of. And there's I meant to use a Carmelite water, which would have let me use one of those skills for free. All right, 2 skill points in... Oh, sweet. We have 2 skill points in psychology. We also picked up Gentleman. Gain 1 point in conviction. All right. So let's grab some honey because we are really low on effort points right now.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it. Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
All right, before we leave, let's do a little search of the area.
These look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Hello, stuff. How much golden elixir do I have now? I have 4. Awesome.
A Chinese coin.
And looks like that's about everything. Can we go out this way?
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Well, I'll let him be mad at me. I'm not, I was gonna let her just get the crap kicked out of her for nothing.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
Alright, that's an interesting option. Before we go back upstairs, just again gonna search the area, make sure there's more coins. I know I'm missing a lot of like that those amber pieces that if you get 4 of them you get a free. I'm trying to think what it's called. You get an extra effort point. So instead of having a max of 7, you get 8. Because other playthroughs that I've seen, some people have that 8th point by now. I've got to be missing something.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go?
Sure you were.
Miss Adams?
He's bitten the dust.
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it.
Coward.
Acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do.
Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louis. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. Mother stayed here right before me. You never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Alright. Did not detain Lady Adams. Have found Lady Adams in the small room. I didn't let Peru get the better of me. I have found Lady Adams' talisman. I showed Piaget his letter unsealed. I could have had a remarkable encounter, but with who and how? Could have found out more about the plans involving myself. I could have found out more about the men of my vision. I could have listened to what Washington wanted to say about my mother. Interesting. Alright. And that gave us a new level. Alright, so we have that 1 point in conviction. Let's see here. Let's take that point in psychology and get that unlocked. Take 2 points and get etiquette. Or I know, yeah, okay, so we have rules of civility and decent behavior, or decent behavior. What's wrong with me? I can't read. So we'll read that one and give us that 1 skill in etiquette, so the next time we come to the screen we can take etiquette. And these 3 points I'm actually going to put into vigilance, so we can notice details and oddly placed elements. Alright. Wait a minute, I should have been able to... I might have messed up.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Oh, okay. So for our next reading, yep, let's rules of civility and decent behavior. There we go. All right, everyone. Well, we're gonna call this one here. I just want to say, as always, thank you so much for watching. Always remember, find me over on Facebook, Twitter, the website minds.com. Links to all that stuff can be found down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, I'm AJ Gels, the Seventh Game Channel. I'm out.